In this segment, we're going to take a look at parabolic curveballs. The book of Revelation is something of a curveball for most of us. It doesn't come straight at us. Instead, it communicates pictorially, in much the same way Jesus expressed the truth of God in parables. Parables express things in ways that may not be clear at first glance. In fact, in Matthew 13:13, Jesus said, "I speak to them in parables, because while seeing, they do not see, and while hearing, they do not hear, nor do they understand." He pointed out that people who just don't want to hear it will get their wish, and people who are humble enough to listen and look for the truth will find what they seek. Parables are like that. Notably, when we read or hear parables, we must be careful not to force them to tell us things they were never designed to communicate. If we allow ourselves to press every detail for greater meaning, we risk assigning meaning that was never intended. If we require that what is signified by the story fit perfectly in every respect with the story elements, we easily overlook the true message. In observing and studying the allegories in Revelation, we do not have to figure out every detail. In his parables, Jesus used pictorial language to help us to think, and the Revelation is no different. It is not a roadmap to which we apply precision and calculation. Rather, it's a message of encouragement, a letter of edification, and a prophecy designed to equip the bride of Christ for the day when the bridegroom comes and sweeps her off her feet. That's the Revelation. Because it's filled with signs and symbols, there have been many different ways people have interpreted the Revelation. Of great help in us understanding what we read here will be all the other books of the Bible, most prominently those of the Hebrew Scriptures that we typically call the Old Testament. Revelation is rooted in the Hebrew Scriptures. John was a Jew, and he knew the Scripture well. And since the Bible is the message of God, we can expect the Revelation to be consistent with the other writings of the Bible. In Revelation, there are hundreds of allusions to the Hebrew Scripture. Nearly 70% of its verses make some form of reference to the Old Testament. In coming segments of our study, we'll look at several of the ways others have interpreted the Revelation. We'll spend some time at 30,000 feet observing the book in outline, and then we'll wet our feet on the shoreline of the book itself as we examine the preamble verses in chapter 1. Grace and peace to you. See you next time.